Alright, so it is time for the State of the Fish Tank address. Something I do once in a while because I've got a bunch of different fish tanks. Instead of making a single video on each individual tank at this stage in my process, it's easier just to go over all of them in one quick video so you guys know where everything stands at the moment. So first off, I do have things ordered, and they are coming, I think. Because here's the dealio. I'm in the Midwest. The Midwest had an insane deep freeze where it was with wind chill about negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not going to work for shipping any sort of creature in the mail. So, naturally, I have to wait. But, I tell you what is coming. Sun-kissed shrimp. So, I've got my neon yellow Neocaridina davidi. And excuse me, and they're doing good. They're actually doing really good. They're at the point where they should be reproducing, and I'll be getting my colony built up again with that. But I want some more colors, and I've got the orange on the way. Now I've been trying to contact the seller. Seller's been absent for a little while. You know, the weather is crazy. I'm giving the guy some time to respond. Hopefully, I get some sort of response from this guy. It's been like a week and he hasn't messaged me back, and just... So, yeah, there's that. But there's other things I've got going on for more reliable avenues. So, I've got a specialty fish and aquatic pet store not too far away from me. And I have specifically requested, and this is something I know they can stock, panther crabs. I've been talking about panther crabs for a while. Not on this specific channel. My old channel, I used to talk about it a lot. And I'm finally doing it. They're about $20 per panther crab. I'm trying to get a male and a female. Now, supposedly they are not as aggressive as crayfish, but I've heard that argument before. Another reason why I haven't uploaded a lot is because I've been sick for quite some time now. And I'm just getting at the latter end of whatever illness this is. Something's been going around. You've probably seen other YouTubers sick as well around this time of year, and man, everyone's just sick. I'm no exception. So that's why I haven't been uploading nearly as much as I would have liked to. But the point is, there are definitely plans in the works, and I'm getting it ready. So don't despair. There will be content coming. Now, what I can show you is my newest addition, and that is over there in the cake tank. He's not really my pet. He's kind of my pet, but not a forever pet. See, here's the dealio. Let me take the camera right here and dismount it from my tripod. And I want to introduce you guys to Fafa the goldfish. Man, my tripod really is being a pain to deal with right now. Come on. Ooh. The mount on this thing. Ah, there we go. I knew I'd get it sooner or later. Talk about trying to do an epic one take here. Let me just get my microphone. Don't drop the camera. This thing's really expensive. Okay. So this is the cake tank. I finally got a lid for the cake tank, which is good. It's going to prevent a lot of evaporation. And I need to get a light. I'm going to get another Finnex Stingray. I love the Finnex Stingrays. But say hello to Fafa the goldfish. He's a comet goldfish, I'm pretty sure. Very common, which means they get huge. Excuse me. Wow. But, you know, I think every year I get a goldfish and I grow them out, because they're just kind of fun to watch and they're kind of derpy. And it feels like, you know what, I'm saving one of the fish, and it's only Fafa in here right now. But he's going to be a big boy. We usually give them away when they're about like 6-7 inches long. So Fafa right here is a hungry boy. And I'm feeding him some bloodworms, but I also got some tropical fish flakes. I know they're not goldfish flakes, but he'll eat them nevertheless. You know, goldfish really aren't all that picky. Over here in the 40 breeder, let's turn this external light off. Look at who's all grown up. Oh, look at the platy buddies. When I got them, they were just itty bitty baby fish. But look at them now. They're so majestic and derpy. And yes, they have other little baby fishy buddies. I got these guys not too long after I rescued these guys. Now, for those of you who don't know, I go to local pet stores around me, and anytime I see baby fish in the tanks, normally they're born in the tank. They're not allowed to sell them most of the time. And, well, a lot of times the babies just get eaten by the bigger fish. So I go around and ask and say, hey, can I have the baby fish and let them have a chance at life? And 9 out of 10 times, they're usually really okay with that. And this is the result. A happy platy. At least a few happy platies. Now, some of these, I do not know what they are. It's kind of too early to tell. But, you know, they get along, they swim around, they do their thing. And I feed them their goldfish, or, no, tropical fish flakes. And they're happy little goobers. So, you know, I'm just letting them do their thing. And, you know, once they grow up and they get big enough, I usually adopt them out for free. Because my main goal is not to breed these guys. I was just, you know, wanting to give them a chance at life. That's part of the fun of having some extra fish tanks, which, speaking of, that fish tank works. I got all these fish tanks over here. Let's talk about them. So, I do have an Instagram specifically for my fish and shrimp and all my other aquatic buddies. There goes the coughing again. So, in one of my Instagram posts, and I'll have to post a link to the Instagram here, I gave my shrimp a banana. That's right, a banana. And guess what? Shrimp go bananas for bananas. Now, that being said, bananas being a fruit are really sugary, so you shouldn't keep things like fruit inside a tank for very long because it can follow the water. That being said, these guys annihilated it was a pretty small piece of banana pretty darn quick. I left for a few hours and it was gone. So, suffice it to say, bananas were a good success. I'm not going to give them bananas all the time, though. But that's the yellow shrimp tank. The orange shrimp are going to go into this tank over here. It's nice, it's ready, it's prepared, it is cycled, it's all good. I'm just waiting for the weather to get good enough and for that seller to respond to me so I can bring some new buddies in. So over here, this tank looks like a mess, not as big of a mess as it really is. So this is the assassin snail breeding tank, which, you know, was going good for a while, but I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to require some slightly altered parameters. So I'm going to turn on the light here. I'm going to zoom in. So these are the assassin snail eggs. Oh, there goes the coughing here. You'll notice they still have the little yellow yolk in them. That's no good. That means the eggs are either A, unfertilized, or B, something prevented them from coming to fruition. Which is a total bummer. I have to figure out what caused them to not hatch. And hopefully I can figure that out. Now, assassin snails are going to do as they do. When there's not a lot of food around, they hibernate. And, you know, sometimes they, you know, go around and eat whatever they can find. You know, they can be opportunistic when they need to be. But, yeah, you know, they're just doing their thing. They're waiting for food. I've been plucking out a bunch more of those bladder snails that they like. But I'm going to have to get a lot more. This tank over here is completely cycled and ready to go for something to go in it. I think I'm going to put the crabs in here for just a little bit to observe them. Make sure they're healthy and okay. This tank over here, not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. You know, I've got more tanks than I know what to do with. And I'm just trying to find some good fun stuff. You know, someone posted on Facebook about krill. I got you thinking. I don't know anyone who's got a krill tank. That could be fun. No final ideas on what I'm going to do yet, but, you know, just in case. And down there, that's just an emergency auxiliary tank. So, that's pretty much the state of the fish tank address, everyone. I'm just kind of waiting for things to get in stock so I can stock them in my tank. So, once they do, I'll let you guys know. because I'll be making a video on it, obviously. But until then, that is the State of the Fish Tank Address.